It's Week 10 of the National Football League, and we've got a showdown in the AFC South. It's the Titans and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Let's go. Right there, 54, right there. Watch the screen. Pass.
Now Lawrence on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Lawrence. He finds his man complete. That's Sherman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's a run now with Kittle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This defense for the Titans, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's once again complete to Chark. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's a give to Etienne. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now Lawrence to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for the Titans. Operating from the gun, Turner. This will go to Henry out wide. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 13 carries, 138 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And he's got his big tight end here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2nd quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. 7-7, our score after 1. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Sanders' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Either not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag. I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a Titans touchdown. Russell Gage with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, the rules on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there's no space available. And incompletion as a result.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7th. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a first and
touchdown. He's got it at the 2. Derrick Henry, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. The left side caught by Diggs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And to throw again is Lawrence. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tennessee offense set to go again. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Oh, some strong running. And this will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10.
Let's go.
A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Back to throw. Turner. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are going to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here.
He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw again on second down, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Lawrence on third down. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jags first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Pushing his way through. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Turner, a final shot before break. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed.
Turn it up.
So we've reached halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the 2nd level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
What's up, man?
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Henry. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
That's to his running back, complete. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. A first down carry for Henry. Bulldozes past him. And the Titans are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Personal foul. Roughing the captain. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. Looking to throw. Turner. Touchdown. That's caught. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Now Lawrence. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Lawrence going to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or two short. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
I'm coming after you.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Well, same target, same result. It's Kittle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, a run with Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Back now in Jacksonville. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Stephon Diggs. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jags have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's taken down inside the 30. 64 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. With that run, Charles, he passed Hall of Famer Curtis Martin for 5th all-time, over 14,100 yards rushing. I'm not sure what more he can accomplish.
Well, in his mind, he thinks he can continue on and get up to number 1 on the all-time rushing list. But you're exactly right. What a career and what accomplishments. And to pass Curtis Martin, who is known by his Hall of Fame coach with the Jets and the Patriots as Wonder Boy, but that's a big-time deal. So if you're passing a guy that they call Wonder Boy, you're a heck of a player. I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. This will go to Henry out wide. And he will have a Titans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Turner. And this is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there.
his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars back with it on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now Lawrence on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Sherman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Going deep for Diggs. Touchdown Jaguars. Stephon Diggs. 46 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you,